All right, guys, today I have come to rescue you. That is right. I am going to help you fix your feelings. Now, I know what you're thinking. Feelings can't we just hammer them out? Or better yet, can't we just use duct tape? We all know that it fixes everything, even those feelings, right? But let's be honest, although duct tape may be able to fix a lot of things, I don't think it's gonna have such good luck fixing my feelings here. But seriously, guys, somewhere along the way, you were all taught that men shouldn't have feelings. And if they did, they should be buried somewhere deep underneath that car hood of that engine that you're fixing, right? It just so turns out that that might be exactly the reason why the engine light keeps turning on. It may be time to pop the hood and see what's going on in our brain. Society has been telling men for a very long time that it's so important to be tough. It's become your second nature. That's where trauma comes in. I know you might be thinking, I haven't had trauma. That's for other people. But in fact, everybody experiences trauma in their life. It comes in all different shapes and sizes, and men are often exposed to even higher levels of trauma than women. It's just not talked about. Men from a very young age are told to not cry, man up, don't be a wuss. Some of the men I've worked with would say, I don't have any feelings. I worked in an all male prison, and those men would say the same thing. However, almost every single one of them were in there because of an emotional situation. Of course, I get kind of a shocked look when I say that to them. But in fact, men are conditioned to express only certain kinds of emotions that are considered strong and tough, like anger. Those men in the prison definitely showed their emotions, but it was all anger. Life is hard, and sometimes just toughing it out doesn't cut it. Men are humans and not machines, and even the strongest engines still need maintenance, and sometimes they need repaired. So if you are taught all of your life just to ignore your feelings, or your feelings don't matter, or you just need to shove them into that bottle, it is like a pressure cooker getting ready just to blow up. What happens when you ignore that check engine light and it keeps blinking? Well, I think we all know, at least I have, it goes from bad to worse real quick. In fact, most people, when they've experienced trauma, they turn to things that are very unhealthy, like addictions, whether that's alcohol or drugs or pornography. They're looking for a short escape to make them feel better in the moment. But unfortunately, it's not long lasting, and it definitely doesn't take the trauma away. Another thing that most people do is just bury themselves in work. If they can focus on being productive, they don't have to think about it. However, these things can lead to more problems, definitely not the path to recovery. It's a way of pushing things aside and ignoring it and not dealing with the issues, which clearly isn't good for you or anybody else. So we're going to talk about some basic techniques that can help you learn how to manage the trauma, work through the trauma, acknowledge your feelings about the trauma. First of all, talk to a trusted friend or a partner or even a therapist like me. Sometimes just getting the words out, talking about the situation, can actually really help dissipate those negative feelings and help you feel better. You also might be surprised to learn how many men are in your shoes and have also experienced similar situations, struggles, or trauma. And if you're in a relationship, by opening up to your partner can create greater intimacy and a greater connection. Give your partner an opportunity to hear you and to help you work through the trauma that you've experienced. This can build a stronger bond and connection for both of you. So I get talking isn't for everybody, especially when you've been told not to do it most of your life. So write it down. It helps provide understanding and clarity and is an opportunity to release what tends to be recycled over and over in our brain. This is a wonderful tool because it provides an opportunity to process, to understand, to provide clarification. Writing it down is a wonderful way to make sense of what's going on in our mind and in our body. Because when we have tension in our mind, we also experience it in our body. You can start with a simple prompt like, what's weighing on me today? Or why am I struggling with something that happened a long time ago? Another tool is move your body. Trauma isn't just in the mind, we feel it in our body. That's why exercise can help us release pent-up tension. Studies have even shown that just 20 minutes of moderate cardio exercise can help increase the wonderful endorphins and decrease that stress hormone, cortisol. This can result in us feeling much better. Another important tool is give yourself a break, whatever that looks like. It can be more sleep breaks, more naps, taking time for yourself, doing something you enjoy, like hobbies, connecting with nature, talking to a friend, enjoying an outing. Don't forget, you cannot pour from an empty cup. By giving yourself a break and a rest, you are refilling your cup, which shows that you can increase your productivity and find better emotional and mental balance. So do you really need a superhero like me to come and rescue you? I think you can probably rescue yourself. Real strength isn't about carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. In fact, it's about allowing yourself to be vulnerable and opening up to others. That's not easy. Here's the truth. You deserve to feel whole, strong, and supported. And that starts with acknowledging what's going on underneath the surface. I want you to remember that we are all in this together, and sometimes even superheroes need help too. If this resonated with you and you know that you are not alone, please subscribe, share with a friend, and don't forget to come back and visit again or write to Dear Dr. Becky with follow-up questions. I look forward to seeing you in our next video. Bye-bye.